So the first reason that they won't is because I know it sucks to hear, but that's not your manager's job. Your manager's job is to manage workflow and processes either on your team, with you, and their other direct reports. It really, really sucks to say that your career trajectory, your future, your path to climbing the corporate ladder, that is not your company's responsibility. It's not your manager's responsibility. At the end of the day, getting ahead and getting your raise, it really falls on you. And it sounds harsh, but I often have people come to me, especially women. And again, if you don't know me, in addition to being a leadership coach, I'm also a human resources director. I've been in human resources now for 16 years. So I've seen a lot, and I've seen a lot of women that come into these positions and they look to either their manager, their HR team, their diversity committee to get advice on how to move ahead. And at the end of the day, that is not on the company to teach you because they hire you to do a job. You had a job description, you reviewed it, you agreed on a salary. That is what they wanted you to do. Everything that happens in between that and you exiting that company, that's really up to you to navigate and initiate. Many people will ask me, especially when I'm talking to people that are interested in working with me, they will ask me, why isn't my company creating a track for me? And that's a really good question because you would think, and I really think this is a generational thing. Us as millennials, we think that if we do what society tells us, we work super hard, that we will get a job that allows us to pay off these student loans, that allows us to live in this city, these expensive cities that our companies require us to relocate to or to stay in. And that's simply not true. And if you're kind of like, what? That makes no sense. I don't believe that. Well, some companies are really good at this. Don't get me wrong. They're really, really good. They understand that, especially when it comes to diverse populations, they need to add an additional layer of support and sponsorship to make sure that people even have that opportunity to move up, that they understand that this is a possibility for them. Some companies do that well. Majority, I would say 90%, do not. Why? Because you think about it, as a business, do you want so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so to get promoted and be making double what they were making when you hired them? No, because they want to make their operations work in a cheaper yet more efficient way. And that's not saying that you're cheap or what you bring is not valuable, but a business is not your friend. A business is not your parent. A business isn't your teacher or professor. They are there to make money, and you working there as an employee, they pay you to make them more money. So they're not going to slow down and teach you how to get ahead at that company because it's really up to you. And really continue thinking about it from a business. A lot with advancing, understanding how a business works and what incentivizes business leaders, so your leadership team or your management team. Instead of thinking, where is my career trajectory or how is this company going to help me grow, think about how can I get this company to invest in me, to invest in my future and where I want to go with my career. Hi, Mighty Cruz. Think about that. Think about how you can get them to invest in you. In my coaching program, that is what I teach. I help women get very clear on where they want to go in terms of their career goals and their income goals. And then we make a plan that will actually help you achieve those goals and go beyond that. I teach women how to use their experience and their expertise to gain more influence, impact, and income in their work environment. Your manager won't help you because oftentimes they are not clear on the process. They're not. Let's be real. Corporations are disorganized. Corporations change all the time. Hello, you know what's going on right now. We're working from home. No one, and I mean, I'm joking and kind of laughing as I say it because I've sat on the HR side just watching management be a cluster. But when you really think about what's going on in the world, who knows what's going to come next? Your manager may not be familiar with that process, but again, it's your responsibility. So last week, we talked about how for you to get a promotion or a salary increase, you have to have those influential allies. And you have to have those influential allies because there's an informal process. So your manager may not even be familiar with the formal process. The official process usually includes your performance review, your manager saying, hey, my direct report should be promoted, some kind of promotion committee voting or assessing if you should be promoted, and then it happens. That's how it tends to work. Does it always work in our favor? No. Does our manager always do what they're supposed to do on time? I would not trust them with my future. I would not. So that official process is one thing, but the informal process is another piece. And your manager may be part of that, but they're not the end of that. And to just build on that, your manager cannot help you build that rapport with the stakeholders that make decisions. I am currently in my 9-to-5, I am the head of an HR department. I report directly to our chief financial officer. So if I want some kind of information or a connection on the management team, I don't sit too far away. You may be in a position where you're either in an entry-level role or a mid-level role, or maybe you are just looking to transition into a role where you make more money. To do that, you have to talk to the people that actually affect change where you work. And that tends to be the people at the top. And if you want to hear more about that, you can watch last week's video. But in last week's video, we went pretty deep into that. Your manager can't help you build that rapport. As an HR director, how I was promoted, and if you don't know my story, I've shared it on countless videos. You can look back on Facebook and check that out, or on Instagram TV. But I was able to advocate for myself and get promoted 3 times in my tenure at my previous firm. And so I came in at $55,000, and then I doubled that to $115,000 in about 18 months. And then I just did my taxes, y'all, and I doubled it again. Don't know how I did that. I do know how I did it, but it shocked me to see that information. But I was able to do that because I leveraged my enumerated responsibilities. So when I looked at my job description, I leveraged those responsibilities and I made them apply to the firm's bottom line. And that's kind of an awkwardly worded sentence, so let me explain that again. But I was able to use what I was doing and demonstrate to my management team that not only do I understand how important it is for an operational department to work efficiently, I also produce results that help them save money. And I did that by way of recruiting and highlighting the cost of turnover. If we have less turnover and we hire better people, we literally save hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's a Forbes article that says that when someone leaves a company, depending on their level, that can cost the company as much as twice their annual salary to replace them. I received that. I understood it. So then when I went out to recruit, not only I'm a great recruiter, but the other thing that I did is I started creating reports that I shared out to management so they could see, oh, you guys are able to do this job a lot more efficiently at a lower price point as a team, I might say so, and only 2 people. And we got it done. But again, I had to have the ear of those stakeholders and I had to be able to back it up. And I did it. Your manager can't help you improve your craft. If you are, and I'll just keep on with this HR director example, and before I became a director, I was an associate, then an associate director, and then a director. Now I'm the head of an HR department. Your manager can't help you better your craft. So when I was an associate trying to transition to associate director, what I needed to work on was being able to effectively manage systems. And when I say manage systems, I don't mean just logging into an applicant tracking system and updating the billing information. I don't mean that. I mean organizing systems that would make operations run more efficiently. And I learned how to do that. Was it easy? Was it something that I just figured out overnight? No, it was not. I had to look for resources like Excel classes. I'm not a detail person. I'm not a math person. I'm not a quantitative person. But I started to learn how to do certain formulas and processes in Excel that would make creating those reports a lot easier and make it a lot easier for management to kind of click around and play with them and all that good stuff. Your manager can't help you with that. You have to be proactive and take that step. But for you to even be proactive and know what you need to work on, you need to have clarity on where you're going overall with your career and your income goals. Or else you may just be stuck doing that busy work, thinking, oh, well, I heard Courtney say she learned Excel and I work in IT, so let me go learn Excel. No, that may not be for you. Or, and I saw one of my colleagues on here, you may say, she said, go learn Excel. I'm a graphic designer. Let me go. No, that doesn't make any sense. You need to know where you're going long term so that you can make that plan and then learn the skills that will help you reach each milestone. And that's what we do in my coaching program. Let me not get lost. Oh, and then something else I just want to drive home because I think this is another very common misconception. Doing what you did to get hired will not get you promoted. It won't. Let me say that one more time. Doing the same job that you were hired to do at that price point will not get you a promotion. Why would a business say, yes, Courtney, I know you're making $60,000 now, but I want to pay you $85,000 to do the same job? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You have to be performing at that next level to command that next level salary. Okay? Hear that, know that, receive that. And it takes work. That is why I'm talking about this in July, planning for a process that more than likely happens in December of 2020. But why does this even matter? It matters because if your manager won't help you, why are you waiting for them to tell you how to navigate the politics of your promotion? If you know that you want to get promoted in 2020 and you know that you want to have a certain salary point, cross that six-figure mark this year, why are you waiting for them to tell you how to do it? Don't. You should take control of your own career trajectory and stop waiting for other people to help you out, because at the end of the day, it's on you. If they help you and you don't get the promotion, it would suck. If you initiate and be proactive about doing this, and you get the promotion, you will feel so much better and so much more confident about moving into that next position. You can get the promotion and the raise this year, but you have to start now. You have to start now. If you start working on it right now, not only will the process be a lot easier because you won't feel rushed or feel like you don't have all the information, but you will also be able to attack it from a more strategic standpoint. And when you get the promotion and you get that salary increase, you will feel so much better. You will feel like, yes, I am getting paid for the value that I bring to this company. Yes, I am getting paid and I can afford to go travel and do what I want to do outside of a pandemic whenever I want to do it. It will feel so amazing once you get that salary increase and you are ready to do that next level of responsibility. Seeing that next level and your dream career will become that much more attainable. But you have to start now. If you don't start now, it will be tough and you may have to wait until the end of 2021. And who knows where we will be then? Who knows?